ఆల్రైట్. సో ఇప్పటివరకు మనం చాలా కార్యక్రమాలు చాలా మందిని కలిసాము, మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడాము పిఎస్ఎస్ఎం కార్యక్రమం గురించి. ఇప్పుడు చాలా ఇంకా ఆసక్తికరమైన విషయం ఏంట్రా అంటే, ఇప్పుడు మీరు కెమెరాలో చూస్తే మనకి వేరే వేరే దేశాల నుంచి కూడా ఇక్కడికి ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి రావడం జరిగింది. అంటే గ్లోబల్లీ ఈ కార్యక్రమం కవర్ చేశారు ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. ఓకే, సో ఆస్ట్రేలియా నుంచి ఆయన, విస్కాన్సన్ నుంచి ఆవిడ, బెల్జియం నుంచి ఆవిడ. So we have like 3 people here coming to this event from different parts of the world: Australia, Wisconsin, US, and Belgium. So we'll talk to them and get their thought process around this PSM, or what is it, PSSM, and find out how they feel and what is that they got out of this meditation. All right, let's start with our gentleman here from Australia. Sir, please tell us your name and what have you done or what you got out of this PSSM program.
Thank you. So I'm Hari from Australia, Melbourne. I've come here just to attend this summit, which is happening at a global scale, at this scale, at a global level for the first time. It's an amazing event, and we're almost done with the day one. It happened so well and successfully. A lot of knowledge sharing, a lot of knowing about pyramids and meditation. Personally, I've been meditating from past 25 years. I've been associated with PSSM from past 25 years. And then I've been teaching meditation to everyone from past almost 20 years. I started meditation at a very young age as a teenager. So where there is a misconception that meditation is not for young people, young kids. But I started accidentally and it has transformed my life totally. And then as I travel with PSSM and Patriji and this meditation, so what I realized is meditation is not an option for any human being. It's a basic necessity. So everyone on earth has to meditate. When Patriji used to tell that meditation has to reach to each and every one, I used to question him, and also I used to question that, like, why should it go to everyone? Whoever needs it will anyway do it. But as a practice, what I realized is, without knowing ourselves, without knowing about our body, our mind and our system, how can one live? We don't know how to use body, how to use mind, because of which we have all these physical, mental and emotional ailments that we have, suffering that we have. With meditation, we can clear everything. So the intention of PSSM is to teach meditation to each and every human being until the last human being is taught, and I am part of that movement happily. Thank you.
It's a very interesting, and the way you put it across is also awesome. It has become the need of the hour in this current world. I really appreciate, and I would like to understand what our friend from Wisconsin has to say about this PSSM program.
Hi, I'm Carmen from Madison, Wisconsin, and this event is my first time here, even in Dallas, Texas, and to this global event, and it's been very, very informative for me, just learning about the structure of the pyramids, how much the capacity that they can have inside. And I've been meditating for 5 months now, and I used to have inflammation in my body, and I no longer have that inflammation. I also don't really need my glasses anymore. I thought it was just for seeing, for driving, but I also, when I'm reading my scriptures, they're very clear now. They were never so clear. I only needed to read them once, and I'm understanding the whole passage. It's amazing, and I thank you for being a part of this group today. Thank you.
So can I ask you a few questions? So you said you started like 5 months ago. Have you made any change to your food habits, and do you think that helped also as part of the meditation?
I do think it's a part of it, definitely. I've always been anemic or low iron, and doctor would always tell me, eat a steak, and I always listened, but the inflammation got worse and worse. It wasn't. That was a totally wrong, thing to do. So I have totally removed dairy, conventional dairy and meats, and that's all a part of it. You have to do it all together because I think it needs all of this to work, all of these things in order to successfully work.
So what have you done, like as part of the meditation, like, just breathing, or did you follow any kind of process to be followed? What did you do?
I met a friend, Sharika, at the library where I live, and she just walked me through it. You can start 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I have children, interruptions, but you can do it. And when you start to feel the benefits of it, you really start to make time to do this. And can I say, all of us together from different areas, it's not a coincidence. It's because the more of us that start to be educated about this, and we're in all different areas, but when we're all meditating, it's all connected and more strength of the cosmic, energy. I believe that too.
So can I say, like, spirituality is getting you now?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
So how do you, how do you want to take this forward? Like, there are definitely, several people, like he was saying, right? It is become a necessity. It is a mandatory thing right now, as opposed to being an optional to do meditation. How do you see this going forward, or how can you take it forward to the rest of the folks?
When I was listening to how they're going to put pyramids in different areas, I started to think too, what can I do, especially the gardening? We really have to watch what's in our food. Even now I heard, even if it says organic or non-GMO, still could be something going on. The best thing is to, garden on our land. And so I'm just brainstorming how I'm going to do this around where I live. I live in an A-frame house to begin with. So I'm thinking, wow, wait a minute. I'm in a kind of a pyramid structure. I can do a lot here. And it's a large home. I can bring and start it right in my home.
So besides this, what do you do for your daily living?
I was in nursing. I used to do healthcare, but one-on-one for people with disability.
So it's like nursing with meditation. It's going to make
I thought to totally incorporate what I'm learning here that can benefit even people that are at a disadvantage, that need a little more help, whether you have to speak slower or to help them understand.
Very, very, very good insight. I really, really appreciate your time. Let's go to our friend from Belgium, and we'll see what she has to talk about the PSSM program. All right, please give us your name and then, of course, the location.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. My name is Denisa Ionica. I come from Belgium. I live and work in Brussels, which is the capital, administrative capital of European Union. So I'm in the meditation practice I've been for the past 15 years. Even though I'm a Christian and the Orthodox, Greek Orthodox Christian, I have a different practice. We don't really meditate, and I haven't been raised in this knowledge and in this practice. So how did I come into the meditation? I've been introduced by one of my friends who I was in a deep crisis of my life, or period with huge crisis. I went through very difficult times. I really didn't know how to get out. I didn't find any cure, physically, mentally, spiritually, definitely. So. And this friend of mine said, yeah, why don't you come with me? There is a retreat in the Netherlands, and there is a master coming from India, so I could introduce you. So maybe you can try some meditation. Well, we all know, because it has become very common also in Europe, less than in the US and less than in Asia. But it's becoming more and more common as a practice, and with all the benefits of the meditation. So, but that stays at the intellectual level. So people do not practice. So we don't really get into the practice. So that was an opportunity for me to go into that retreat. That was for a weekend. And in the beginning we said, yeah, that's interesting. So it didn't really appeal to me. But then once I was back home, I started little by little to practice. I said, yeah, maybe I should dig in a little bit more. And little by little, I saw that it gives me a peace of mind. It gave me more clarity. It gave me more insight of even of the stuff that I was doing at work, because I also had hard time at work. So I couldn't really cope with anything in that moment. So little by little gave me that ease. That was somehow that triggered more and more practice. And lately, I would say that meditation became not only part of my life. It's how can I say? It's integrated. It's a lifestyle. I have meditated regularly, more and more, as one of the speakers said, that a little bit more and a little bit more, and then it became a real practice. So at a certain point, I said, yeah, maybe I should learn some more from other masters. And so I tried to reach to different masters, to go to different conferences in London, in Europe. I didn't go further, but in Europe there were quite many different masters, really great masters like Moji, some, I don't remember the names of some Indian masters, and so I learned a little bit, Brahma Kumaris. I learned little by little and more from every and each of them. However, I didn't stick to any. So, and right before the pandemic, I went to India, so I explained a little bit the circumstances how did I get to PSSM. Yeah, it was really interesting. It was really, I understood that was the right time, and that was the very last time that I could meet Patrici, and I had that privilege and that blessing that I could spend with him 3 full days, accompanying him, discussing with him, having exchange. I really that's the blessing of my life. So, and then we stayed in touch via Zoom and discussed so thoroughly many topics. I was really amazed because he was very short in something. So go and meditate. So meditate. You find inside of you, and I was so happy that he discussed with me. He tried to explain. However, after this encounter, I felt deeply a real mission to spread meditation. Especially in Europe, where people do not really meditate. They know about it, they know about everything, but there is not into the practice. Yes, sure.
I mean, I have multiple questions, but since you brought this in Europe, people don't do it. Do you think it's because initially in your conversation you were saying, you are a Christian, and do you think it is something to do with, meditation is like a Hindu thing? It is a different religion thing. Do you think that kind of thought process blocks them to pursue this meditation? Do you think that?
Just partly. Just a little bit. Is somehow how can I say? That's very. It's something belongs to religion, and it's too religious, and it's like we don't really have that in Europe. But people understand more and more that this is a universal practice. that this is not just because it belongs to a religion or to a culture. And it's not only that. It's just because people are not into that mindset, and they might know the benefits. And I have this experience that I teach meditation. I teach meditation privately. I also teach in my working place, at my working place where there are thousands of people. I work in administration. And now even the HR officials ask me to give lessons, to give classes, meditation classes, to give workshops on different topics, personal development topics. They understand the importance of meditation. They understand all these benefits that we can all get, especially people who are working, intellectually and with all the technology and all the distractions around us. That we have problems, different problems of focus, of sleep. But people may come to the meditation just once or a second time, but they do not stick. That's what we lack. We lack the practice. Yes.
So do you think the meditation you teach, is that free?
Free?
So have you thought about that? Maybe making it free is not adding a value to them?
Could be.
Because you only know the value of things when you actually are either A, you're passionate about it, or B, you're giving some kind of exchange. Like, either you're paying for it, then only you know the value. There, that's a mindset, right? I mean, you get something for free, you don't have a value for that, right? Have you thought about that? I mean, maybe you should put some fees around it.
Yeah. Because this is in my work environment, I cannot. And this is like a service that we offer to our employees. It's public. So that's the.
Maybe putting a fee is not the right thing to do. I was just kidding with you, but it's a privilege, and I think you already said that you are spreading the meditation benefits to a lot of your colleagues and then your other people around in your place, which is really good. One last question. Yes, it is nothing to do with religion and creed and race and whatever. It is just a practice, right? Everybody believes that meditation is a practice. Somehow it is coming from the East. Okay, that's a different story. Now I see you have this on top of your forehead, and then you have these two things. Do you know what those are? Who put it on to you?
No, unfortunately I don't. I was there on the stage. They congratulated me and can I? But I really don't know. I love all the cultural aspects, and I've studied quite a lot religions in general. What I came to, there are different practices of everything, but there is the core, it's the same in every religion. And what this kind of event, I would highly recommend this kind of events and retreats and gatherings. It could be, it works also on Zoom. So but this is where you live. Yeah, that would be really lovely. It would be really lovely because we could bring also non-Indians. We could also, there are many Indians also working and living in Europe. But we could organize something like that, and it could give the people the opportunity to practice. And I think that's what is missing. And I'm really thankful. Yeah, I would love to know, and I want to know some more.
To some extent.
Let's Hari answer that question.
No, I'll answer about this one to some extent, where this is to show the importance of the third eye that we have, so basically there are many energy centers in the body. So to honor them, and then also to show the gratitude, and there are some medicinal values to the powder that we use to gratify them. So that's what they signifies, you know. These ones I actually don't know the actual meaning of why that is done, but yeah.
Turmeric, like, this is turmeric.
Yeah.
This is turmeric.
Yeah.
They are selling turmeric, tablets in Costco.
Yes.
Right? They are using it as a medicinal value.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess that's what, there is definitely a spiritual angle to it.
Yes.
But in addition to that, it adds a medicinal value also. That's how much I know.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, turmeric is just
No.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's good.
So well, thank you very much, ladies, and I really appreciate you coming all the way from Belgium, and then of course Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin. You see, very proud to be coming from Madison, Wisconsin, and then my friend Hari from Australia. Thanks a lot, fellas. Thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for speaking with my TV channel, our TV channel Prime9. Thank you.
Thank you for having